with it being the title North, it's quite a strong statement about this is all the North, this is all from the North. I think that's sometimes a bit of a confusion when people see the show. So we're not suggesting that everything is made in the North or that everything's totally rooted in the North in terms of like production, but there is a lot of, everyone's got some kind of relationship to it. Some of the designers are more international based, like Raf Simons or Virgil Abloh. For all we know, they may never have even been to Manchester, yet the idea of Manchester or the North or wherever it happens to be has informed their work a lot.
Yeah, you mentioned someone like Raf Simons, and like for him, a city like Manchester or some of the physical spaces that he often draws on, so something like the Hacienda or that sort of time of music and graphic design, it's less about place and it's more about these kind of broader associations of place to do with like, I guess, youthful heroes and like imagining these kind of exotic, heady places where you could go and kind of live out this wonderful existence. And no doubt he probably looked at the nightclubs of the north of England. Something we try and look at within the show is questioning like who has the right to draw inspiration from something and how you get your sense of belonging and home and all of these quite loose concepts, which are hugely in flux at the moment, obviously because of projects and things like Brexit. People often say it's a show about northern fashion, and it's like actually completely not. It's a show that looks at the way in which the North has inspired imagery and collections, but also the way that motifs of the North have been constructed through imagery or collections or artworks and media. So to do that adequately and properly, you do need to look beyond work that is simply made in the North.
We are quite dictated by what is present within fashion. And the common themes that's where the exhibition started. It started by recognizing that fashion editorials, either through the photographers, the models or the stylists that were producing the work, or by collections and designers, we just recognized in the mid-2000s, more and more people were explicitly referencing the North in some way.
Obviously the show accepts that there is a premise of a north-south divide, but I don't think we wanted to play too much to this idea, and like the place that you are from is inherently the most important factor of your identity. That would be quite an odd conservative belief in these sort of day and age.
Some of the designers, Christopher Shannon, John Skelton, lived in the North until they were sort of late teenagers, but then moved to London to study. And it's that combination of two lives and two experiences bringing together that enables them to make the work.